Hey y'all, it's me, Joss, aka the Short Hair Coach, and I'm here with a video on today. If you are new here, I want to say welcome to my channel, and if you haven't already, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and then we're about to get started. So today, I'm going to be showing you guys some useful tips on how to accomplish stitch braids on thick, long hair. So this particular client, her hair is thick all over. It's super pretty, long and pretty. I specialize with braiding short hair, but I braid hair of all hair types, textures, don't matter the length. I braid it all. So first thing first, when you are braiding super thick long hair, I start mine off how I do like stitch braids on regular length hair. When I start off, I braid it 3 times, and then I go ahead and use my pinky nails to part the hair. So when I'm parting, I instead of me immediately braiding the hair after parting that one stitch, I start adding in my hair after I part 4 stitches. So when I'm doing this, I do 4 stitches as you see me slicing the rows, and I'm braiding as I go. So when you braiding hair of this texture, or this as thick as hers is, you don't need to immediately start adding hair, because when you do that, it's gonna make the braids look super bulky. And then as you go down, as you braid, you won't be able to see the stitches. So you want to still give that, that still pretty clean look. To me, it's still easier to stitch braid super thick hair. So just remember that the first thing first, do not add so much of that hair, and use as smaller pieces as possible. Like these pieces about the size of a straw, literally. And when I after I had did my 4 rows, after I did my four, I'm sorry, not 4 rows, but after I did at least 4 stitches, I started adding my hair, and I only added 3 pieces of hair. Once I added those 3 pieces of hair, I had continued on braiding till I got to the center of her head, and then I added 2 more pieces, and then going towards the back, I probably added maybe 4 more pieces. But when you are going braiding towards the back, those pieces is when it gets a little bit bigger. Now those pieces maybe is wide as your index finger or your thumb. Just depends on how full you want in the bag. So I did add like wider pieces to the back, and this to give that whole, that full look, that togetherness, as I call it, that full look in the back, because at her ends we had them curly. So just keep that in mind, like when you are stitch braiding hair like hers, that's thick and long at the same time. Less hair is best hair. Less hair, best hair. You don't need to add so much hair. You don't want that extra bulkiness. You want the braids to still look clean. You want the braids to still get that definition. You want the braids to still appear as though, is what it's supposed to be, stitch braids. So another thing, you guys, when you are braiding extremely thick hair, what I did first, I parted her hair, I sectioned it all over. So she wanted 6 stitch braids, so I did 6 all over. I parted her hair all over, and then I like kind of pre-braided it, and that's to keep the hair separated, because when you braiding thick hair, it's sometimes just depends on how thick the hair is. It can be coming up the part, or it can be kind of easy to grab that hair when you're stitching it as you're braiding. So remember to pre-part and pre-section it out, and then just go ahead and just braid the hair down. It don't have to be like a perfect braid, but just something to keep it out the way, and use your clamps if you got some. Then another thing, I did not use flat irons to straighten it out before I braided it. I didn't think it was necessary to do that for her hair, because her hair is already soft. But I will say, make sure you're using the best of the best edge control holding product when braiding hair that's extremely thick and long. And that's because what I know is when the hair is really thick, it's easy to poof. It give you that little poof look. So if you don't got an edge control or a holding product that's really holding that hair, when you get done stitching it, the actual hair where the stitch is, it won't lay. So in order for it to lay, you have to have like a really good holding product. The holding products that I use Easy Edges, Edge Control, but it's on there maybe 3 of the brands of that particular label that I would use. If I'm even saying it right, I don't even know. But I use the Easy Edges coconut. I think it's called coconut oil. I use the coconut oil, the argan oil, and the beeswax. That day, on this video, because this particular video I did this a few months ago. This particular video, I used the coconut oil on her hair, and no, I didn't. I used the argan oil. Now, the Easy Edges argan oil to me is like the best holding edge control they get besides the beeswax. Like, I don't know what type of mega stuff that they done added to it, but it's extra strength. But when I say baby, the grip game is different with that one. So you can get it from your local beauty supply store. Everything that I use on her, I got it from my local beauty supply store. So if you're using Easy Edges, get the argan oil, or I would say use the beeswax edge control when you braiding somebody hair that's super thick and long. Those work pretty good. And I also use the 𝒂𝒂 gel. I use the extra strength. And if you don't remember, which one to get, just buy the 𝒂𝒂 gel that's in the blue container, the blue top. So that's the one that I use. And if you want to give the hair that real pretty sleek look, what you would do is, a lot of people don't know this, but application is important. How you apply your product is important, especially with hair that's super thick and long. So if you wanted to give it that super sleek look, and if you don't want to use some flat irons, apply that edge control first. Apply it first, and then go over it with your gel, whatever gel jam that you use. To me, I don't use jam. I use the 𝒂𝒂 gel, the extra strength. So if you're using their product, put your edge control on first, and then go over it with the 𝒂𝒂 gel. And that's going to give you this smooth, sleek look, and it's going to make it easier for you to stitch it. Okay? I notice a lot of people, when they do stitch braids, they use the combs. Me, I don't use combs when I'm doing it. What I do is I have a set of false nails in my shop with the glue and a file. And what I do is I put the false nail on my pinkies. Then I cut them in an angle, and I file them. So, yeah. So instead of you using a comb, just correct you some stiletto nails on your finger, baby, and keep it pushing. It's basically what it is. I create my own little stiletto nail. I cut it in a triangle, and I file it, and I let that be my comb. I let that be the red tail, the red tail part of the comb for me. And as you see, it works wonders. So I don't know about y'all. I know some people use combs. I don't use combs. Some people use those little things to go around your pinky. I don't use those. The false nails work for me, the stiletto. So thank you guys so much for staying to the very end of this video. I really hope that the tips that I gave you on today could be very useful to you for the future, at least to get you started. So the next time you encounter something like this, you won't be sweating. So make sure you all don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And stay to the very end so you guys can check out her end results, because baby, it was flawless. Okay. So she did get the butt length 6-stitch braids, and the color that I used was the number 30. It's an almond color. So until next time, y'all have a good day, and thank you for watching.